Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County.
We sure did. Or in Irvine.
Oh, well, that's Orange County.
It's Orange County. Yeah.
So I'm a big movie theater dork. Like, that's my other thing. Stay tuned. I'm going to have a whole podcast about our cinema tour. It's great. But I noticed in one of the establishing shots that they showed the Irvine Spectrum. And I know for a fact that theater's been remodeled and does not say Edwards Cinemas on the back of it anymore. So I was like, wait a minute. This is old footage.
Well, because the building said Edwards, but the sign said Spectrum.
Well, no, because that's where it's located, but it's Regal Cinemas, so they put a whole Regal sign on it now. It's no longer says Edwards, so it has to be old footage. But I'm just a big dork that way.
Okay.
So, before we get on to the show, how are you? What's new with you? Anything going on?
But not really. Just like work and stuff. I'm glad that the week is coming to a close. We have like brunch with friends this weekend. Yeah, not really. Just it's been a slow week at work, but that will change as we get to the end of the month, which I'm kind of glad September's over because I'm just kind of so ready.
Should we wake you up when September ends?
No, but there's this great Barry Manilow song called When October Goes that I just love.
I don't think I know that song.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think he released it, and it was like more so in the 80s after, he wasn't like as big anymore.
Oh, okay.
But it's a great song. It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's something I don't envy you about your job is that you have one of those jobs that like is dependent upon the time of the month. So like you have the first of the month is busy, the end of the month is busy. Even though I work for the accounting department, like I don't really have that schedule. So like I'm not used to this. And also because I work for an accounting department where we like are closing the books, everything. Like right now I'm working, what's today, the 25th?
Yes.
So like right now is our end of the month for inventory, but like I really won't be doing anything until the middle of next month. So it's just really weird. So I've always been, because coming from movie theaters where like every week was the same thing over and over again, it's weird to go to a monthly thing. And then I don't have that mentality of like, oh, the first of the month's gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's like certain things like kick in and like, or even certain times of a year, like, oh, I gotta invoice this person for the whole year and they have all these locations and like,
right.
And then until I forget, because which I did, I'm like, oh crap, I was supposed to do that in July and now it's September, but whatever, it'll figure itself out.
Well, no one knew about that until, no one found out, right? And you still got the money.
Well, I was saying to my coworker, I'm like, because they've been slow with getting us what we need in order to, get our money, whatever. And I was like, well, I can't get on my high horse about it because I forgot and I should have done this 2 months ago. So really they could take their time because I'm the one who's behind. I really hate not being able to get on my high horse because I like it up there. It's really nice. Good air.
It is good air up there. I do like it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and one other thing that I'm really excited about, very excited about, last good thing about September is Mariah's album comes out tomorrow. I'm a huge Mariah fan. It's Mariah Carey. I just call her Mariah. And
you're a first name basis like that, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like her first album in 7 years, and so it's going to drop.
So does that tomorrow? It's dropping on a Friday?
That's a new thing for the music industry.
Oh, I want it back on Tuesdays.
It was always Tuesdays, and now it's on Fridays. And so, yeah. I think they find out. No, I think it's like from Friday to Friday because then you find out how it did the following week and whether it be singles on the top 100 or So very excited. I've heard like some songs. She's released some singles. She's releasing another single tomorrow too with Will Pack.
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak, yes.
Yeah.
Will Pack. What am I getting?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is how little I know about the current music industry because he's big. Because he's like he's with Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I want to say Chris and Nick always talk about Anderson .Paak. Like he's a big producer and big name.
Like he produced. I want to say he produced that Bruno Mars Lady Gaga song. That like one Grammy.
Word. I mean, I have even less up to date musical taste. I like weird, depressing teenage pop.
Well, yeah, like I said, usually for me, aside from like Beyonce or Taylor, I don't really know a lot of people. Like I think I just found out who Tate McRae was on the VMAs the other week.
I know that Las Culturistas talk about her all the time.
Yeah.
And Matt Rogers just loves her to pieces. I think after we listened to one of their episodes, I looked up who Tate McRae was. And I was like, I don't get it.
I thought for some reason in my head, I was confusing her with Morgan Wallen, who is a man who's a country singer. Tate McRae. It sounds like she could, like,
it is
have some boots and some guns.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong with that.
So I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, doing her old like dance in the sand and the whole routine.
So there's two things as I get older that I try my best to. I don't want to become. I mean, I'm already a get off my lawn old man.
Oh,
just
totally.
like, oh, what the hell? What are you doing in this? You're not supposed to be here. Like, I'm not going to Ken or Karen out on somebody. That like I'm not that bad. But the two things, one is like I'm not going to be resistant to fashion style. Like just because I have a shirt that's older than some of my friends, like doesn't mean I can't still buy new trends and like get into it, because that's what makes, as an older person, you look old, is that you're not wearing whatever it is that looks new. But it's that balance between not dressing your age, basically. So like dressing respectably for your age, but not dressing old for your age. So it's like, you can embrace a new trend as far as it will go for, your body type, your age, that sort of thing. So I'm trying to do that. I try to do that with that damn Ben Sherman stuff that I ordered, but it's never showing up. It occurred to me that it's coming from the UK.
Oh, okay.
And so things aren't coming to the U.S. from the U.K. So
that thing I got from Greece that took forever. Got lost. I had to like reorder it.
Right. So I don't know. I'll figure it out, or I got to go back and check the credit card statement. Maybe I was never charged. But either way, I feel dumb. But I guess I really wanted those clothes. The other thing is musical taste. Like I'm trying not to just get locked into or locked out of new music. Like at least be open-minded to it. But I'll tell you, this Tate McRae can't do it.
Well, I was going to say, I'm the exact opposite of, here I am in my Eddie Bauer shirt that I could wear to, an old person event. I was going to say country club, golf course, whatever.
It's very dad going to a picnic.
And I'm cool with that look.
No, and that's true. It is Eddie Bauer. Eddie Bauer is made for dads and like older guys in their 40s. But I think that's a youthful look, though. I mean, it
depends on like how you style it and, red pants I'm wearing or shorts. But it does lean dad, and I'm totally cool with that.
Right. If you wear that with like cargo shorts and New Balance, then we have a problem.
I don't have New Balance, and I wouldn't wear cargo shorts. I wouldn't wear cargo shorts as a guy who like was wearing cargo shorts until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Me, I'm talking about.
No, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay. And the other thing, with music, I'm very locked in. Certain things will come through, mainly that's been Taylor the last few years. But for the most part, I'm like, I don't know. And even more so, it's things like new things for me are old songs that I've never heard before. And I'm like, that's a damn good disco song. What you say, that's the theme song to Angie, a sitcom that lasted one season, starring the girl from the second lead from Saturday Night Fever? Sure. Angie Piscow, or you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
No, you said that. I thought you were talking about Donna Pescow from...
It is Donna.
Donna Pescow from Out of This World?
Yes. Donna Pescow had a show called like Angie, and I played this song for you. That one time we were going to that open house, and I'm like,
you can play it again.
Yeah, it's so great, and it was the theme song. I don't know how like it got on my radar on Spotify. Spotify is just like, this guy looks old shit. So, and it did, and I'm like, this is an amazing song, and it's called like Best of Both Worlds or like something world, but it's great.
And then Donna Pescow sings it?
No. She's
okay. She's on the
It was
show.
the theme song for her show, Angie, and it lasted like maybe less than a season, and this amazing song came from it.
I was gonna say Donna Pescow sort of has that kind of
husky.
Well, I don't know, like just very campy vibe about her. So I can't imagine her singing a song, and if it was like I'm singing Angie's theme, or something like that, So,
is she Shannon Bedore?
yes. Good callback.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to the show.
Well, no, I was thinking he was very Shannon, hit movements, but yes.
I thought you were like, enough about us. Let's talk about
like this is a good segue to singing, Housewives singing.
Oh, what does that have to do with this show? I don't understand.
So the theme was singing and daughters. The first was like, happy time with our daughters and we're bonding. And the second half was like, I'm going to gut you like a fish and shoot you with this pellet gun. That's really bad, gut you like a fish.
That works out. That's what people do. They got fishes.
That's true. But it was more like, I'm going to shoot you with this pellet gun.
Well, that I'm surprised that didn't even come up. That wasn't even a joke that they made.
I mean, for a second, I was like, Tamara's going to whirl around and just like bang,
I
bang.
mean, I think anyone who has gun etiquette knows anything gun shaped, you don't turn and point at anyone.
Yes.
Like, a water gun, barely. And that's only if it's fluorescent green and transparent and doesn't look like an actual gun.
But that was like, looked like a Glock, but.
Well, yeah. Not that I know what a Glock really looks like, but.
It's just like a bigger gun.
I mean,
a heavy weapon, right?
I think at some point, we should go shoot a gun.
Yeah.
Like somewhere. Just because, just to.
I'd be up for that. Yeah. I've never shot one. You've never shot one.
I've shot, I used to go shoot with my dad. Like I've shot rifles and I've shot pistols before, but like I haven't as an adult. Like I was a little, gay 13-year-old and he was like, want to go shooting? I'm like, sure. No, I wasn't. I was like, honest to God, we'd go to the shooting range and I'd be sitting there. I remember I was reading like the history of soap operas, like while we're at the shooting range, probably somewhere out here in the back roads of town. I don't know. Which is weird to think that was right here in town, but yeah. No, I totally remember reading like all about the history of guiding light.
You told me that, but I don't think you put it together with I was at the shooting range with my dad.
I'd take off the earphone and then what? Huh? No, I'm good. Put it back on and just keep reading about the Bowers.
This shooting and gun combo is going to get us a whole new audience.
It might. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu. Including the fact that I mentioned I'm having deja vu.
It's a circle.
It's a circle.
It's a full circle.
But
I was saying
the daughters, the lovely daughter month.
Yes. So today is National Daughter Day, which worked out well for this episode because it was like, let's spend time with our daughters.
I have to think that was planned. I think that someone was like, oh, and it's going to air on National Daughter Day.
They don't usually know when it's going to air, and then I guess they. But I mean, who's looking for National Daughters Day?
I don't know.
It's like National Tequila Day.
At work, we used to look for everything. Like, oh, today's National Tortilla Day. We better make a burrito special. I was like, oh, God. As though someone's like sitting there waiting at Instagram, like, I sure hope that restaurant chain has a burrito special today. I wasn't going to go, but now I will. It was just that I just sat in those meetings. I fucking hated it. It was just like, oh, today's national. It'd be like today's National Golden Retriever Day. Let's have we have a golden beet salad today for National. I'm like, oh really? That's how we're gonna do it? It was the worst. Anyway, corporations.
Right. So yes, it was bond with your daughter time. So basically, it was
cute. I did like that.
Yeah, it was like Shannon talking to her daughter, Heather talking to her daughter, and then you have the scenes with Jenn and her daughter, who seems really, mature and, lovely and with it and, expressed. They did Jen's first season.
Talk about her kids. Yeah.
They'll talk about her ex-husband, but they don't really go into it and the relationship that he has with the kids. It's just, so it's interesting to hear that she, out of this idea of like, there's this notion that it's always going to be, my parents are the ones to married, and to have my mom getting married to somebody else, that probably would be weird if like most of your life, you've just known them as this unit, and now you have to accept this new unit in your mom's life. And, she's saying to you that I married my best friend, whereas with your dad, it was just like we were parents, which happens. And her daughter is of the age where she could hear something like that,
Right.
Seemed like 16 or so.
Maybe a little older. I didn't even think about that. Like my mom never got remarried, but also my parents were always divorced as long as I could remember. So I don't know how that.
And your dad got remarried.
But I mean,
I think it would be interesting if your mom had gotten remarried and bringing someone else into your life.
I mean, she had a lot of men in her life. Yeah. She did have a lot of long-term boyfriends. Like she's with a guy for like 10 plus years. So
that they could have gotten married.
I mean, you could put a little little thing on the screen, say it's his life partner. I mean, that's, but yeah, no. So there were a lot of, it's the sort of thing that I think for a lot of people, the whole idea of marriage is so official and so, final in some ways, so that I could see that, like, especially, coming from, I gather they're come from a conservative background,
Yes.
Oklahoma and everything, and that her daughter, okay, the idea, and that's why she teared up. The idea of you actually being married to someone who's not my dad, other than dad, clearly threw her for a loop. So it was interesting to see.
Interesting too, like Jen was saying, I really want to be married. I want to have a partner. I want to be a part of a unit. And, you could say that you don't necessarily have to get married for that, but if you want to, then you should be able to.
Gretchen could say that. No, you're absolutely.
It's just like we're married, but we're not.
You're absolutely right.
And she wants to be married, but she can't.
Backing up to whole Shannon and her daughter's call. Who was that guy she was talking to?
Some random gay.
Okay, so that was a random gay.
Yes.
Okay, so for half a second, I was watching and I was like, is this some guy that she's seeing? And then if so, that's a lot of balls to be like, and I brought magnums, Mrs. Bador. I was like,
that's why she was like, I don't need to hear that. No,
right.
No,
but I mean, I guess it's more palatable for. Does Shannon do this a lot?
Yes. I was like,
I'm gonna have to point. You're gonna have to point this out
all the time.
Or now I'll just
all the live long day.
I'll just notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was a little confused about that. Because at first I thought it was just some guy that she was kind of casually dating, and then they were just like, "Oh, see, I'm taking care of your daughter, huh?"
Well, because they were like Sophie's friend, blah blah blah.
Right.
So they were very quick to be like, "No, this is probably a homosexual."
He did. Yeah. I mean, he had that sort of like flirting with someone's mom, homosexuality.
Right.
That we're both familiar with. Yeah. It's the only things you can get away with. So then it was the two of them.
And Sophia and Gretchen. Sorry, Sophia, whoa.
And Tamra.
Did
Heather not have a moment? Heather called her daughter.
Called her daughter in Paris. And the cat. Yeah. Sorry. Sophia and Tamra, they would go to the music school in L.A.
In L.A., yes.
I love the flashbacks to little Sophia.
Oh, yes.
I like...
She's no Gia Giudice, I'll tell you. I mean, that song that she sang was not memorable
She's not waking up in the morning.
She's not.
Not waking up in the morning. Not going to be a hit single, no.
But
I like their little relationship. And I think, because Tamara said before, Sophia has a lot of anxiety. So for her to be considering moving away from home and just being seen to be really okay with it, that's pretty, it's...
Yeah.
She's made a lot of
step
steps
forward.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. That's nice.
We have to segue because in the scene, Sophia's blonde, and then in the confessional, and she has like short, dark hair. It's like, whoa, okay, that's a switch. And then we have to delicately talk about Tamara's
boobs?
Confessional look.
You mean Tamara's boobs?
Yeah.
Or not necessarily.
Because we don't talk about looks, so let's...
We don't.
Yeah.
It's not her boobs. It's just more the structure in the necklace. The
necklace draws attention to the boobs. Basically, she had her boobs done because there was an issue with the boobs. And so she got a very small...
A medical issue. Like the musculature wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Yes. And where the implant was... Or whatever.
Right.
So there's a whole big thing, and she didn't tell anybody. And then she was saying this on 2Ts that, she was shooting this confessional, and the producer's obviously was you had your boobs done again, right? And Tamara hadn't told Sophia, and so Sophia found out that way. But yes, they are very noticeable because it's one of the classic I'm wearing a blazer without a shirt look that housewives love to do.
Yeah.
And it's okay, this is a lot of your boob.
I think the thing that's, I don't know, this isn't any, I don't know. This isn't a rag on Tamra at all. I think this is just more of a comment on aging, I think, in that I think the way that her breasts are, there's a weird crease somewhere that I don't know if that's made by it has to be by the fact that they're fake boobs. And so
freshly done.
So it just looks like there's boning in her body that shouldn't be there, but it definitely looks.
I think maybe they weren't settled.
Yeah.
Because she just had it done so recently.
But at the same time, there's only you're only going to look so good at even at any age.
Well, also too, it's she wasn't wearing a bra, so maybe they were taped and pushed up in a way.
Something weird. Yeah, it was. It wasn't the best. It's not the most attractive look.
No, the color's great, and her hair and makeup are great.
Yeah,
but it's in some moments they were shooting her from like neck up.
And I was like, yeah, keep doing that.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. And I was wondering.
Because I'm just like, as much as a gay man can, it's like my eyes are drawn to her boobies.
But
I'm Vicky. Boobies.
Boobies. Ooh, boo. Sorry, thank you. We listened to part of Vicky's podcast, Lexus, and she didn't say boobies.
Yes, after talking smack about Vicky's podcast, we listened to Vicky's podcast. Yeah. It was fine.
It was fine.
I didn't know Christian was Southern.
That Southern, especially.
Very y'all.
While we're talking about it, Jenn and her breast situation, she clearly has implants as well. And I think she's lost a lot of weight. But naturally, her breasts are hanging on her in a way that she's like having a weird concave situation in her cleavage. And it's something that I never really, as a gay man, I don't really look at breasts. So I don't really consider and also a gay man like who grew up in the 80s and 90s.
Well,
like, I'm used to the whole idea of like, oh, fake tits are great, and everyone was like always into like big, giant, fake breasts. And so you don't really think about what happens to big, giant breasts as someone's body changes.
Well, it's like, because you have this notion that, they're going to just stay the same because they're not real, so they're not going to age with you, but like the skin around you, a skin around the area.
Right.
It's just, I don't know all the facts, but like it does make sense that as your body changes as you get older, you nothing holds up. But even a facelift isn't going to hold up forever.
Right. But I think it's that sort of thing where I think as someone who's never had it, plastic surgery or anything like that, like you think, oh, well, you're going to spend all this money to have this done. It's going to make you perfect and it'll last forever. And then it doesn't. Like you don't really think about that. And I'm sure what we're talking about now, like, I feel like we're just like does in the wood, just walking out and like realizing something that I'm sure half the people in the world who go through plastic surgery, they like, yeah, no shit. Or they themselves are like, yeah, that was the drawback. Like I too thought I'd be perfect forever. And then I was like, wait, I got to do this again in 10 years? Like I could barely afford it the first time.
Well, yeah, it's like you got to get like, go in for a checkup every 10 years or so when you have boobs. It's just things you don't think of because you just think like, oh, it's going to last forever but it's not.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was going to have that butt implant, but not anymore.
The BBL.
Yeah, I'm just definitely going to do it.
Want some Larsa butt?
Yeah. But no, don't eat it.
No.
Don't eat all that maintenance.
No. Speaking of things I don't want, it's a personal scene with Gretchen and Slade.
Yeah.
You are a friend of. I know they're trying to establish or, go back off of what they both revealed last week, but it was so set up. And obviously whenever they have these conversations with like husbands or life partners and the wives or friends, it's all set up. Like, what did you do last night? Da, da, da. But they have an agenda, plain and simple. And she wanted him to say that. He wanted to say that. The one honest thing he says in this entire conversation is that he's still bitter about Tamra. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious you are.
I do believe that the whole, whatever they wanted to have happen, I think that it got away from Gretchen. I think Gretchen didn't want it to be as escalated as it got. Because I think Gretchen shows a lot of like, I think she's genuinely embarrassed that like it got there. I don't think that I think she knew it was going to get towards there. I think she was hoping that it would just be like, we're going to go ahead and insinuate something happened, but we're not going to go ahead and say that something happened. And I don't
know. She was really quick to say affair. She was very quick to say that.
I know, but that's what I think. I think maybe she was like, oh, she had an affair, and she's going to leave it at that and be like, well, I'm not going to say anything more. And then Slade went ahead and was like, and then they were recording and blah, 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 blah.
He put too much on it.
Right.
That it was like, but they were eventually going to ask the details of like, how do you know she had an affair? And the only reason you would know that is because you allegedly heard this audio of her screwing this guy because they were messing around in the studio and like, oh, the mic's still on. Oh my gosh.
I do like that when it gets retold to Tamra, it's told as though, and I never thought that this is the case, and correct me if you did. I don't think they made it seem like Slade has a recording of them screwing.
Which, no, because he never said, he
Right.
always like, I heard it, I don't have a recording. He made that very clear.
But it makes it seem like when they retell it to Tamra that like he has a copy of it and listens to
Right.
it regularly.
That's on Emily, because she didn't convey the story
Yeah.
right.
I was like,
Girls, you gotta, but also too, she had been drinking as well, so she doesn't know all the details.
But still really creepy to think that he's just like, ooh, and I kept this because, ooh, like,
Yeah.
listen to it.
Yeah. No, I do think it got bigger than it was, but like Tamra
Yeah.
has pissed Gretchen off for so long, and she's been ready to reveal this because Tamra exposed her affair when Gretchen was with her fiance Jeff.
Yeah. And
So-
quickly, that's how Gretchen got towards the end, she got so pissed off when she started talking about that. And you could tell that that's the motivator for like this.
That's when she lost her cool, and I think that's the real you. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just we'll get more to it at the end, but it's just I didn't need to see the scene of them and like talking about this crap.
The one thing, and I have barely a pot to piss in with our life, but I do like to see Gretchen and Slade at home because their house is very small compared to everyone else's. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. They have a nice life for themselves.
Oh.
But like, it looks like they have rooms, like they don't have,
Well, when you're a single income household,
but they don't have like formal living room, formal dining room. They have like all the rooms you need to live in a house. They have, family room, eating area, kitchen. It's not like they live in this lavish place like, Emily does, or even Emily's house by comparison, which is pretty normal, is still much larger.
or Heather's. I think that's what we're talking about, Heather's.
Well, no, Heather, of course, lives in a giant
Yeah,
place.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
yeah.
I'm saying, like, even people who live in a quote-unquote modest house, even Gina's place looks bigger than Gretchen's. So that's, it's interesting to see. The thing I didn't like is that they have a stupid little word art by the staircase. It says, like, wifey and husby or something like that.
You are not a wifey. You've never been a wifey.
Well,
you
not
never will be a wifey.
to Slade.
No, she's not.
She's never been married?
She was only engaged and then he died.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But off of Gretchen, I don't want to talk.
We're gonna have to get back to it, unfortunately, later on.
No, let's stop this episode right now. No more Gretchen.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and I don't know if should we bleep this about who the boy band singer
I
is?
feel like everyone on the internet's saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just...
Allegedly,
What
there's
the internet's saying...
is that the guy that Tamra allegedly had the affair with was Jeff Timmons
From 98 Degrees. And rewinding it, every time they blur their mouth, they say it fast enough. Like, you could say Jeff Timmons. And also the fact that every time they say it, Jeff Timmons. And it just seems like the cadence is right.
Were they really afraid that Jeff Timmons was going to sue them?
Well, I think that's
Sue
bleeped
the
out.
show.
I think it's bleeped out more for he's not involved in this. He's not asking to be involved in this.
Right.
It's more of a courtesy. He's a public figure of sorts,
Like, was it even this guy that, like, because not to get skipped too far ahead, but like Tamra says, I recorded the song. We're being funny. I knew this boy band guy in my neighborhood, and so, blah, blah, whatever. But like, it never got released. I don't have the audio from it. Whatever.
The fact that others were like saying it, and Tamra didn't seem to deny that she knew this person.
Yes.
And so, whatever.
Because she has nothing to hide. Because
Right.
she's saying she didn't have an affair.
Right. And even if she
But she was very quick to say when
Right.
it was presented, I was broken up with
Simon.
I was with Eddie, which could still be an affair even though they weren't married. It could be said that she was cheating on Eddie with this dude.
So we're bouncing all around, and we're like that is different for us. But
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What does it matter? Why does Gretchen care? Why does anyone care? Even if Tamra screwed half of Orange County, what business of anyone's is it? So, and the only reason I get to it is that it's some sort of moral high ground when you have this whole, especially if you're religious. And
It's not that.
I know, but is it though, where it's like, oh, you're not living a Christian life.
It's not that at all. It's all about payback for Tamra saying that Gretchen was having an affair. It has nothing to do with Gretchen's current situation and how she views Tamra. It's more so, you did this to me. You allegedly made up all these lies about me, and now I'm going to do the same to you because I have all this information. Because people send me all these things. newsflash, people send housewives a bunch of stuff in DMs on Twitter, whatever, trying to get onto the show.
Mm-hmm.
So this idea of like, you're not special. Tamra could say, people send me stuff about Shannon, about Heather, about Gina. You decide what you use or not.
Right.
So she's chosen. And this whole idea of like, it's so Meredith Marks of like, you don't want to know what I know about you. I could just expose it right here and take you down.
And that's why like Tamra's like, go ahead and say it then.
Yes. And then even in her confessional, go ahead and say it. And she doesn't say it.
Right.
Because she has nothing.
The moment has passed a little bit because I didn't want to interrupt you. But what Tamra should have said was, well, everyone sends things to Katie.
And then Katie pops up.
Here I
bang, bang.
Did someone say my name?
Say my name.
That would have been really good if she'd be like, well, people send things to Katie and look where it gets her. You know?
No, it'd be funny if like the whole prank of, when they rolled up, if Katie was like, oh, hey guys. And like, roll up the window.
Oh, God.
So lame.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess we can back up to them going to the self-defense club.
Well, as we talk about Tamra and Eddie. Oh, because it was the Tamra Eddie scene versus the Gretchen and Slade scene.
Oh, that was counterbalance.
Yeah, but like I like it. Eddie was like, Shannon's harmless, Gretchen's evil. Like Shannon's just a little wackadoo. Gretchen will steal your soul. Like,
yeah, he's just like, well, whatever. But also like, I think Tamra and Shannon actually have been friends, and probably
yes.
Besides. As much as we say that a lot of these women are friends only on the show, and evidently like a lot of their friendship was for the show, they clearly have spent time off the show together. Maybe not as much as like real friends would do. They weren't like hanging out all the time. But
I think they were. Like as Tamra's that they were talking all the time, and that's why it was a bit draining.
Mm-hmm. True.
But, whatever, we don't talk about that because it's all like, oh, Tamra's the bad one, as if Shannon is like this angel, but whatever.
Well, Shannon's recovering. She's licking her wounds, getting her strength back.
Why lick your gabs, licking your wounds?
Like a cat. She's like...
Anyways, I'm not trying to throw whatever at Shannon, but it's not... Actually, no, what we should talk about before we get into the freaking
self-defense class.
Yeah, actually this was at the self-defense class.
Yeah, see,
when Gina said Shannon was making this as Gina finally got to a mountain out of a molehill.
You mean a mole out of a mountain hill, or a mouse out of a mountain side?
And like in Yosemite, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Shannon was making it seem as if Tamra's like, your father's an alcoholic, you specs back.
Oh, yeah.
And Gina was like, it didn't happen like that. And I think she wasn't going after you, but Shannon wouldn't hear it. And when Shannon said, if anyone else said that, I would have been pissed too, lies.
Yeah.
If Shannon said it, nope. It'd be totally like, guys, no, that's not how it happened.
Shannon was thinking, had Katie said that, I would have done the same thing. Because that's probably...
Had Katie breathed air, Shannon would have lost her mind.
You can say it. I already swore a lot.
No, I say shit all the time.
I know. Every episode lately, we've just been marking explicit. I'm over it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like last episode when I was like dropping too many F-bombs, it's like, I don't need to. But,
that's true.
Yeah.
You and your gutter mouth.
So gutter.
So can we talk about the whole self-defense thing? I'm going to, first off, the fact that their logo flashed so heavily on this camera, every cut scene.
A lot of branding.
Clearly they promised these people, let us do this and we will advertise the F out of you.
Uh-huh.
But just in general, that whole thing just felt so Orange County, like Orange Curtain, Orange County. Like it was just it felt very conservative in the way that like, we're going to do a self-defense class, and just kind of the logo, the font, everything about that insides just looked like, women, you should be afraid. We're going to go ahead because you're meek.
Yeah.
You're meek women. You have to learn how to take care of yourself.
It's not even like you're meek. It's just that the world is so scary and bad that you need to control yourself.
Right. It wasn't like
scary and bad. Not that I'm saying bad can't happen everywhere, but scary and bad isn't really going to come to certain parts of Orange County.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I feel the way Heather reacted to a lot of it. Like you're like, honey, don't think your money's going to solve everything when it comes down to it. I pray nothing, happens. But, kind of tempting fate with that, or like, oh, my money will take care of me. You're my 12 security. Like,
I wouldn't say anything.
I would never.
No.
But what I just feel like on other franchises, if they did it, like in New York, didn't they do a self-defense? Oh, they did the boxing and on
Right, Leah and the
with
boxer.
Tinsley and everything, and Leah, right?
Yeah.
They would always do it more of a women's empowerment thing, but like this didn't seem like women's empowerment at all. Like even the housewives didn't phrase it really like that.
Yeah.
It was more for like, the world's a scary place, in which the world is a scary place. I'm not denying that, but to like really lean in on the fear side of things was just like really a different feeling for me.
I mean, even like just the setup of like, let's test how you're going to react to the situation. That's just really weird to do that to somebody. You know, you really could have scared someone shitless in that moment. But also too, and not to blame anybody, but like, roll up your window. My window is never down.
My
windows are never down.
They all rolled up their windows down. So it makes me wonder if they like rolled like. If the driver rolled them down
and locked it.
Yeah, exactly. Probably put on the child safety lock so no one opened that door and like hit the guy with it.
I just love that Tamara's like, take Gina.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she reacted so quickly, just like jumped over Gina, like, ooh,
yeah.
I mean,
Tamara's not playing. No.
And I liked that Shannon like was kind of reacting. I was like, wait, this is for the show.
But like her idea of like, and then I kick him and he grabs my leg and pulls me out the window. I'm like, could happen.
And it was fun to watch. But yeah, if you ever do that to me.
If you ever do that to me, I don't like surprises, period. I want a surprise party. I don't want a surprise fake mother. Carjacking, yeah. Can you imagine?
Can we talk about Gretchen's stupid Lara Croft looking how, I accidentally went for this. Like, first off.
That braid was so bad. So easily detached.
Let's pretend for a moment that she said for 1 second, I'm doing a self-defense class. I need an outfit. Hey, I'm going to go to my closet and get this full-on body.
I thought you were going to say, hey, Siri.
No. I'm going to go to my closet, this bodysuit. Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. And then I'm going to put on this holster. Oh, I look kind of like Lara Croft. Do I have a giant-ass braid somewhere that looks like the Lara Croft braid?
Hey, glam team.
Yeah, like how did you accidentally do it? Get the fuck out of here.
No one falls into that braid.
Yeah, like
with the chainmail kind of around it. No. That was planned.
I do like that Tamara was like, well, what could be happening? I'm sure there's a costume involved. And
or Emily said it's like Lara Croft, Amazon.
Yeah.
Croft,
yes.
Croft, yes, Amazon.
I wasn't sure if she was saying like Amazonian Lara Croft or like...
No, Amazon. Okay. Like, this is the cheap version of Angelina Jolie.
I would have said Shein or Shane or whatever. How do you say
Sheen.
Sheen, yeah, it would have been that.
Amazon. It was costumey.
It was a
little spirit.
I would have said Spirit Halloween. I would love to see Bronwyn on Salt Lake do a Lara Croft, because Bronwyn wouldn't do like a full-on costume.
No.
She would do like costume adjacent.
It would be a better, like, it was a little cheap. It was a
She looked
cheap.
Great. I mean,
her body is great.
Yeah.
It's the outfit and the braid.
And the personality.
It was the the poof of it. It wasn't like Lara Croft is like slicked back with the hair, but she had like a poof, like, I don't even know.
Well, she can't get that one out from that stupid pink look where she has.
Well, she also just loves like that wisp. She can never let go of that wisp, and she loves like it's just.
Yeah.
She's constantly touching her hair. Watch it. You'll never be able to unsee it. How much Gretchen will touch that hair. Anyways,
keep my eye.
Yeah.
So they get there. They do
split into teams. Self-defense. Elbow.
Right.
Gun.
Cover your. Well, Shannon, as much as I thought immediately Shannon would be like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go sit over here.
She got really into it.
She got really into it. And she does, I think in a lot of those activities, get into it. I always expect her to be more like kind of Ramona in a lot of those regards, where she's like, I'm whatever, and like kind of half-assing it. But,
right.
But she gets into it. And I was actually kind of a little proud of her.
I think, had it been like wall climbing like she thought it was, she would probably been like, okay, I'll climb this wall.
Right.
She does it. I think maybe she's probably got a lot of guff about like leaving scene and going to Video Village so much last year.
I always think about the first year we watched OC when she they went scuba diving or whatever, or snorkeling, and she had fall backwards off the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Scraped her arm up and everything.
Right. I forgot about that.
I just remember she's a good sport when it comes to these little activities, and it it's surprising to me. Like I figure she'd just be someone to be like, oh, I'm not doing that. But, she did. It was good.
Who knows?
Yeah, I liked it.
So finally, producers like, go, Emily, go.
Right.
And she tells Tamra the whole story about what Gretchen was saying. And I feel like at first Tamara's like, oh, this shit again. And then she's like, really started thinking about it and was like, nope, not today.
Mm-hmm.
Not today. And then, actually, let's back up a second. The best thing that Emily said in that scene was, everything that Gretchen told us was unprovoked. And she accuses Tamra of bringing up old shit when she is sitting here bringing up old shit unprovoked and giving all the grimy details and like couldn't wait for it. And then you cut to Jenn.
Oh.
In her confessional saying, I've known Gretchen for a bit of time now, and last thing she wants to do is talk about Tamra. Lies, lies, lies. Cue the lies, the lies, the lies of God, fly in my head. I'm tired.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Candy. That's her.
Oh,
that's
lies.
her meme. The lies, lies, lies. Jenn, why would you set up such a obvious lie?
Do you want to do that again so we can actually I'll cut things out?
Yes.
Okay.
Here I go again. Take two. The lies, the lies, the lies. Obviously, Gretchen has told you many a thing about Tamra.
Yeah.
You have talked about Tamra. You got together to conspire against Tamra.
I can't imagine there's a time where Gretchen and Jenn have sat down together and
not talked about Tamra. Your whole initial meeting was you reached out to Gretchen and said, Tamra, SOS, and she got on the phone with you right away. Your whole relationship has been built on hating Tamra. Why do you think why are you gaslighting me?
Do you think they're at dinner and they're like, Tamra, blah, 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 blah. They're like, oh, okay. So what's new with you?
Nothing. But Tamra said this.
That's exactly how that
Exactly.
Exactly how that
Exactly.
They have nothing else to talk about. And
Nope.
if they do, I'd love to know about it. I'd like to hear about it.
About this deep friendship.
It's deep friendship of just this year.
That's a foursome that I was like, don't want to imagine. With Ryan and just like them sitting together because they all hate Tamra so much. Yeah. Freaking Ryan was saying when he said, I admire Shannon that she's setting boundaries with Tamra and I couldn't do it. I just pieced out. Dude, Tamra's not looking for you. Tamra's not trying to whatever. Tamra doesn't know you exist anymore.
That's the fun thing about all this is that
Joker.
I mean, even when they're filming, I can't imagine that Tamra's or anyone. I can't imagine Tamra, Heather, Gina, Emily are going home being like, oh, I wonder what they're talking about. But I get the feeling Gretchen and Jenn are kind of having that conversation.
Because what else do they have? Yeah.
I mean, at least Jenn has her kids and they're
right. No, I think yes, they obviously have children in lives, but I'm saying really.
When I say that, I mean, at least Jenn is her kids are getting featured on the show and they have storylines and that's being part of her life on the show as well. Whereas Gretchen, being a friend of, we get to see her daughter today, getting put on a lot of sunscreen.
Yes.
When you're that blonde, you must need a lot of sunscreen.
A lot of sunscreen. You catch on fire.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, it's good. I like to see it. And I'm, glad we're meeting other parts of Jenn's family other than, and even though we've met them before.
No, it is. Yes. I think meeting her daughter and getting to know her was really good. Yeah. And how many kids she have? 6?
5 or 6?
5 and then
6. 5 in the adopted one.
Right. Which, we shouldn't.
I know we should. I hate
shouldn't
saying
qualify that. Yeah.
Yeah. So 6 kids.
Yes.
But yeah. So then Gretchen eventually.
Well, Tamra's nope, not going to do it. And then brings it up at the table. And you were saying that Gretchen seemed really embarrassed and she couldn't look her in the eye.
She wouldn't look her in the eye.
And tried to throw it at Emily. And Emily's like, no, girl. We weren't provoking this. Okay.
And then even Heather, I like that Heather stepped in and was like, okay, it started off silly.
Yeah,
we were just talking about it, and then her single came up, and then she was like, "Oh, did you know Tamra's tried to sing a song?" And it started off all goofy. We wanted to hear the song, and then she, and so I liked that Heather was kind of trying to diplomat the situation.
Because she's friends with both of them.
Right. And I think it was legitimately true that it did start off goofy, and then Heather or Gretchen took that opportunity to be like, oh, and then allegedly Jeff Timmons.
Yeah, it could have been like, listen to like how bad Tamra sounds. But even Tamra's like, I sounded bad.
Right.
But instead it went to a malicious place.
Right.
That's what Gretchen and Slade do.
So you and I talked about this as well. You mentioned it. You're the keen one who spotted it. Like, Tamra did get ahead of all this in every sense, in every step of the way. So when she mentioned, like, yes, I knew someone in a boy band and I sang, I was awful. Like, I don't think I was good. So she got ahead of that. She was able to, like, or at least the editors put that in so she could be like, I'm aware that this exists. And then she also got ahead of the whole
notion of that it could have had something could have happened with me and this guy.
Right.
When she said, because she said,
I was broken up with Simon and I had just started seeing Eddie.
So if you try to throw at me that I had an affair, that's not true.
Right.
Although, again, as I said earlier, it could be considered cheating because she was with Eddie.
But again, what's it matter to Gretchen? Tamra could cheat on 100,000 men and it has nothing to do with Gretchen unless she was...
The thing about this, everything is from the past. There's nothing like currently that Gretchen herself, the other woman, of course, Shannon, Jenn can point to things that Tamra's done to them recently. Everything that Gretchen points out happened a decade ago, over a decade ago.
We had to rewind to pause and see what that
article was from
2013.
Yes.
Like, what?
It doesn't matter anymore. Like, you say you want to move on at the beach and then jump to LA and you're talking shit. And now now you're threatening, like, I could say so much more.
Then say it. Yeah.
But also, like, no one's saying you need to be friends. They saying you need to coexist. That's what you're saying to yourself. You made up on the beach, but then you just keep progressing. You can't help yourself that you hate her so much.
Yeah.
And Tamra's not doing the same thing. Tamra wasn't in Temecula saying, I have this, someone sent me this story about Gretchen from like back in 2012, but actually stopping for a second, because I don't know like the whole backstory. I probably, if I go on Reddit, I can figure it out, of this guy that Tamra claims that Gretchen was hooking up with this guy, cheating on her fiance with him. Then she got caught, and then it was like, no, this guy's stalking me. And then she talked shit about him, he talked shit about her. They sued each other. It got into a mess. Whereas Gretchen phrases it as this guy who she was not having an affair with, but who was obsessed with her and was stalking her and sued her, and then she won. So I don't know all the details except for what I just spouted out.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, it was decades ago. I don't care.
Yeah. Like, also, if you're, like, you might be pissed off about it. It may sting. It may hurt. I mean, your pride may have fallen because of that. Like, you may be really upset about it. But what is it, the best revenge is a life well lived? Like,
it's that, yes, but it's also, you now have the ability to control the narrative about who you are in your current life and what you want to talk about. But when you tie yourself to the past and these old beefs, then you are stuck there and you're allowing your story to revolve around Tamra.
Right.
So as much as you hate Tamra, you are making Tamra the center of your world and your existence on the show. So what does that do for you? And why would we want to have you stick around when you're not bringing anything new to the table as a housewife?
Well, I mean, she wants to do it because it gets her a paycheck, clearly, obviously. But to answer your question, I think maybe the hope of bringing this up is that it'll create a new beef that can then be modern and carry on.
But there isn't any new beef.
Right.
It's just like, I'm mad at, like, Tamra's mad because you're lying about things that supposedly happened years ago. So there's no, if Tamra had done something to Gretchen right this second, there's the issue.
Right.
But she didn't.
So would it be better then for Gretchen to just, I guess you're right. It would be better for Gretchen to not bring up the past and anything, and just kind of, if she was looking for, she could set a trap that would like be a modern.
She could wait for something for Tamra to be her own worst enemy and create a drama that she could say, see, like,
Right.
This happened
is why.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you're relying on your whole basis of hating Tamara being something from 2013, where do we go?
You're right, because she does start doing that with a lot of, when she hears about the whole Shannon dad thing. Oh, yeah, that sounds like Tamra. She kind of gives, I don't know if she'd said that exactly, but like when things like that happen, Gretchen will pipe in real quick and be like, oh, yeah, see, that's why we can't trust her.
As will Jenn.
Yeah, exactly.
As will Jenn.
Yeah.
Jenn did a shitty job of like trying to like be in Gretchen's corner. You prove nothing, Jenn.
Gretchen does not want to talk about Tamra. That's all I know.
I just like, you're going to get hit by lightning, honey. And you look good in that confessional. That'd be a shame.
I know.
It's really one of your best looks.
You were saying as we sat down that like, you're like, I just wish there was more show.
Well, each time it ends, I'm like, I want to know more. Like, I want to see more. Like, I want the previews with Tamara being mad at
Heather and Emily.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It was cute. You guys should have been here. Jeff sat down and he was like, I just want more show. I want more show. And he's like, previews doing their job.
Exactly.
Like he was just
good on ya.
He was just so earned. He's like, good for you doing what you're supposed to do, show.
That's why we need screeners.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Really do.
We got to get our PR team revved up.
Right.
Come on, PR team. Oh, he doesn't listen to this.
Horrible.
An entire camping trip with someone with a PR background, and he said, "Oh, I could probably do." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, then do it.
Do it. Show me.
And he's not even listened to our show once. I got to guilt that mofo.
Right.
Anyway.
Heavy on the mo.
Very heavy on the mo. Sometimes on the pho. I wish you enjoyed eating pho because I could make another pho joke.
Right.
Anyway.
Did we cover all the bases?
We covered all the bases. Poor Katie. Come on.
I know. Oh, Katie.
Katie should have shown up like at the self-defense class. They should have had her come in and be like an assailant and like be like
takes off the mask.
Yeah, be like then someone's coming at you, Shannon. Then she takes off the mask and Shannon's like, yeah, and like decks her.
No, that would not be good.
No, but I mean like throws her to the deck. Judo roll.
No, we're gonna cut that out.
No, we're not. That's innocent.
We don't promote violence.
You're too paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. We just don't promote violence. I don't want anyone decking anybody. Tamara getting so close to Gretchen, like I feel like Gretchen needs to like use the self-defense and like put out her elbows.
Well, Gretchen grabbed her wrists
real quick.
Yeah. She was coming at Jenn, but I didn't feel like she was gonna like touch her. But definitely.
When she threw the napkin.
No, I was gonna say it was similar to the whole Jen Aiden and Danielle Cabral. Blast in the face.
Yeah,
that was one where it did seem like Jenn was really coming at.
Oh, she provoked that for sure.
Yeah. But
again, don't condone it. Should have thrown out elbows. Oh, Katie should have shown up in a better Laura Croft. Croft.
Not Kraft singles.
A better Laura Croft outfit and be like, yeah, screw you, Gretchen. And they're like, oh no, she shouldn't have because, you shouldn't do that. In her confessional, Gretchen got really close to like a hi-ya. I'm like,
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Show your colors. That horrible outfit that she did 2 takes of because the hair is different in one of them. It's higher.
Yeah.
Trying to get closer to Jesus.
Try as you might.
Trying.
All right. Well, it looks like we got everything covered.
Yes.
And suddenly much more tired now.
I know, because we like all the adrenaline's pumping.
The adrenaline. I think we had a nice little adrenaline pump, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to relax.
Yeah.
So we got to go watch some Miami and then do an episode tomorrow. It'll be all good. Well, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, find us on the internets, on the social media, Husbands Watching Housewives, everywhere you can think of. And on that note, we'll say until next time.
Until next time.